Hi guys, welcome back to me, I suppose. I'd just like to firstly say I'm really sorry that I haven't made a video in ages. I think it's about 5 weeks. I had a bit of an off sort of time. I didn't know if I was going to even come back to filming videos or whatnot. But here I am, sat down with no makeup on, gonna try and film you a video today. The video is my take on the drugstore everyday makeup look type of thing. QVS, which are a brand, are in Superdrug, Boots and Asda's I believe, sent me some brushes, so I thought that I would do a video using those brushes so that can go up on my blog as well as a post. And then I thought, well, I might as well do a makeup look with them, and I've tried to do it all with drugstore makeup, if that's what we call it here. Drugstore, is that what we call it? You know what I mean anyway. So I'm just going to do my everyday sort of simple work look. It's great if you're just getting into makeup and you don't want to spend too much money on stuff. I mean, these brushes are great for the price that they are. I mean, I'm going to get started, and I've prepped my skin already. I've moisturised and whatever. I'm not actually going to put a primer on because I don't think I really need it at the minute. As you can see, I'm still a little bit tanned from my holiday, so I've not really needed a primer because I've liked my face being a bit dewy looking. So I'm going to use the Wake Me Up foundation. Now this is just a sample size or a tester size. I would just like to stress I did not pinch this from a store. Through my line of work I get sent these. So not to review or anything, but just I get sent them, and that's why I've got a tester size. So don't go into store and think, oh, I can take a tester because I've watched Nicole do a video using one. No, don't do that because that's highly irritating, but I get sent them through work, so that is why I have one. But this is a shade Soft Beige, which is 200. I think it's going to be alright because I've got darker skin at the minute. I'm just going to put a little bit onto the back of my hand. Now, I have two brushes to show you. The brush I'm going to use is the Real Techniques buffing brush, which you can get in the drugstore, so that's why I've put it in there. But the brush QVS sent me is this one. Now, it's a foundation brush this end and a concealer brush the other end, but I don't use it for foundation. I've got too used to using this, so I use it for my concealer both ends. But I'll talk about that when I get to it. So I'm just going to pop this all over my face. You might be wondering why I'm looking down, but I actually have a mirror in front of me so I can actually see. It's actually, ooh, this is the first time I've used this foundation. I've pinched it from my mum, and it smells really, really nice, and it's actually a really good match to my skin, so that's okay. I would say it is quite sheer, but you could probably build it up. This is a great foundation if you've got dry skin, because it actually has tiny, like, not shimmer, but glow to it. I should have probably clipped my fringe up, but hey ho, we're just rolling with it. I always take my foundation over my eyes. That's just always the way that I've done it. But I've got like a normal combination. I've got oily T-zone, dry cheeks, normal rest of the face. It's rather annoying, but this smells really nice. This would be great for school if you're still at school. Now I just dab over my cheeks because I've got quite large pores there, so just like to push it in. I take it down my neck as well. This is the bit I like to spend most on. I don't like any streaky marks or anything like that, so just keep popping. It's actually really fresh smelling. It's really, really nice. Right, so that is that done. So as you can see, it's sort of evened out my skin tone a little bit. Sorry with the light changing, I'm sat in front of a window and it's really grey outside, but it's sort of taking it a little bit of redness off or whatever. But as you can see, like here, the light catches, it's quite dewy, but it is actually really nice in the flesh. The camera's not doing it justice. Next I'm going to put on a little bit of concealer. This is the Dream-Lumi Touch Concealer by Maybelline. Just give it a twist. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit here. Down my nose and across my chin. Just like that. Oh, don't I look beautiful? Now I use the brush earlier. I use the concealer side to get in the corners of my eye. Ooh. Any corners. So anywhere that's you want a little bit more precision, should we say, and then I flip over and just pat that in. Now I don't always use concealer, it all depends on how I feel during the day, like when I wake up in the morning. I use this end, the concealer end as well. Once I've done my eyebrows, sometimes I put a little bit of concealer around my eyebrows. This is a great brush to have in your makeup bag when you're on the go, because then you've got a foundation brush if you need it, or a concealer brush. I'll leave all the links to how much they are and where you can get them and blog posts on them and everything below. So we've done that. I'm missing something. Oh dear, I've left them upstairs. I was going to curl my eyelashes, but I've gone up to get them and then come down without them. Right, I'm going to do my eyelids next, I think. So they also sent me these 3 brushes, which are by UBU, but they are owned by QVS, and it's called the Smokey Eye Kit. So you get this big pointed brush. I have used these, kill me, I haven't cleaned them, whoops. This brush I use for my eyebrows, and this one is like a detailer brush, so I sometimes use it for highlighting or in the crease. So I'm going to use this one first, and I'm actually going to use my Sleek palette. I don't know what one this one was called. Oh, the Naturals palette. So it looks like that. I'm actually going to, considering it's just a day look, this shimmery brown here, because it's kind of like my MAC All That Glitters. That's what I like to wear. Actually, it is pretty identical. It's actually a little tiny bit more bronzy, but other than that, it is exactly the same. So there's some good old MAC dupes in there. But I like this brush. You can just literally, it holds the colour on there really well. And because of the point, if you just want it on your eyelid, I just sweep it across and it's done. And I'm actually going to use this small brush. The big one is 35 and this little one is 36. And just run that underneath my eye a little bit. Just like that. Now I'm going to put some mascara on. I've got the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Endless Mascara. Not my favourite mascara in the world, but it does the job. It's got a plastic wand. I'm just going to lift my eyelid a little bit because I have hooded eyelids, so it's just to get underneath better. Oh, and I've got it all over my face because I've blinked. Does anyone else get watery eyes when they put mascara on? Maybe one time I'll tell you why my eyelids are like this. I'll save that story for another day. It was very traumatic. And it involved the sun, so wear your sun cream. They tell you that for a reason. I mean, I've got pictures of what actually happened to my face. I keep telling myself I'm going to write a blog post, but I don't know if people will appreciate the photos because they're quite unattractive, shall we say. I ended up in hospital anyway. So, this bloody mascara all under my eyes. Right, that's that done. Oh, just tidy up underneath using my little concealer brush. blend the mascara in. Right, next I'm going to do my eyebrows. Now, you've got two choices. You can use pencil or shadow. I always was pencil, but I've started using shadow, which I like now, but I'm going to just use this for the spoolie on the end, just to take out any product that we've got in our eyebrows. So that's that, and I'm going to use the number 31 brush by UBU. Back to my Sleep palette, and they've got a matte dark brown, which is there. Just dip that in, tap it off. Now this brush, I've been using a MAC 266, I think, to do my brows, and that's very fine. And when I use this, I ended up putting a bit too much product on the brush. So just be if you use this brush for your brows, just be a little bit light-handed, otherwise you'll have a rather dark brow. But if you're comfortable with using pencil, then just use pencil. But these are great if you've never used makeup brushes before, like all of these brushes actually. If you're new to makeup brushes, want to get into doing makeup, they're a great starter kit to have. Now I'm going to leave my eyebrows there, I think. Great to have in your makeup bag with you, like on the go. I definitely they will be in mine. Now the last thing I'm going to do is put a bit of powder on. I've got my Rimmel Stay Matte powder, as you can see, is running out, and I'm going to use the QVS compact powder brush. Now I like this because it's only got a small handle, but it picks up quite a lot of product, so I just swirl it round and then tap it off and just push over my skin. Now I normally use the Real Techniques blush brush, but I think everybody would have seen that being used, so I thought I would use this. Now the brush hairs are quite sharp on your face. That's not, don't say it like that, Nicole. They're not knives, for Christ's sake. Like, if you've used the blush brush, it's quite soft, whereas this is quite hard on the skin. But it's just something you get used to, and it's great to have in your makeup bag, because look how small it is. Right, I'm going to leave it there, and that's it. That is a great everyday makeup. I'm actually just going to put here in my mouth, nice, a tiny bit of highlight through my brow bone. I'm going to use my little brush again, and I'm just going to use the white, tap it off. It's only very subtle. The camera probably won't even pick it up, to be quite honest. It's got tiny amount of shimmer in. A little bit in my eye. Nice. So that's my finished makeup look. I'm just going to come in closer for you to see. So that was really quick and simple. It's really subtle, especially if you're wearing it for school. I mean, you could add a bit of bronzer if you really wanted to. I was going to, but I thought this is what I just normally wear. Sometimes I put a little bit of lip balm on, and that's it. So as you can see, really easy, great products, really cheap and affordable. I will leave all the links to everything below, including my blog. There will be a blog post going up shortly. I don't know if it will be up today, but definitely this week, on all the brushes that I just used, except for the buffing brush. It'll be all the QVS brushes. So I'll leave my link to my blog below, so if you want to go and follow me on there, and then you'll get alerted when my new blog post goes up, or if you go on to follow me on Twitter, no doubt I'll be tweeting when something goes up. I'm now on Pinterest as well, just going to plug everything while I can. leave the link to that below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button wherever it is now, and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I mean, I had quite a lot of fun doing that actually. I didn't think I was going to be able to do a whole drugstore look, but I done it. So, and if you want to know what's on my nails, it's the new Kate Moss Salon Pro by Rimmel in Hip Hop, and it's a great dupe for the Chanel Holiday nail varnish, so I really like that. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for bearing with me with a video. Hopefully now that I've done one, it will spur me to do some more, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks, bye.